What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Julia, and in today's video I'm going to be explaining how I have such an incredible, strong, healthy relationship with food. And I'm going to be honest, I was super hesitant about whether or not I actually wanted to sit down and film this, but I've gotten so many questions about it, so many people asking for my tips and advice, and you guys know me, I love speaking from my own experience. So rather than this being a how-to video, it's gonna be more of a how-I video, how I have such an incredible, strong, healthy relationship with food. And I just wanna preface by saying I am not an expert when it comes to this stuff. I'm not a registered dietitian. I did study sports nutrition in college. I had a sports nutrition internship. I'm now a certified personal trainer. I've gone through tons of nutrition education. I help my clients with their nutrition and their diet, so I am well informed, but I'm not an expert. I am no registered dietitian. So if you need professional expert advice, definitely seek advice from them. I am once again just speaking from my own experience and gonna be sharing the kind of mindset and like little keys that I think play a big role in my healthy relationship with food. I also want to say, if this is at all upsetting or triggering, please click out of this video. Do not watch it. I don't want this to upset anyone. I want this to reach the right audience. I want this to be helpful information. And I also need to preface that I have always had an incredible relationship with food. I feel very blessed. And it is kind of strange because I was in gymnastics my entire life. I was always a competitive gymnast, even through college. And typically, gymnasts don't have the best relationship with food. So I am very blessed. I'm very fortunate. And I do want to mention that before getting into like the key components as to why I think I have such a healthy relationship with food. So jumping right into the number one thing that I honestly believe is most important and also most impactful on my relationship with food would definitely just be education. Like I said, I studied sports nutrition in college. I had a sports nutrition internship. I'm now a certified personal trainer, and through that coursework, there was tons of coursework on nutrition. I help my clients with nutrition. I do continuing ed courses on nutrition. Like, I genuinely love learning about nutrition, and I fully believe that the more and more I learn about nutrition and food science, the stronger my relationship with food gets. So I highly recommend learning about nutrition. Teach yourself. There are so many incredible resources out there, and the more you learn, the better. Never stop learning. Like, it literally doesn't hurt you to continue learning. So teach yourself about nutrition, about the macronutrients, about why your body needs those macronutrients, how it utilizes them, the benefits of them. Same thing with micronutrients and your vitamins and minerals. Learn about why your body needs those things, how it utilizes them, and how that food can impact your performance. That's, I think, the most interesting thing about nutrition to me, just the impact it has on your performance, your energy levels, the way you feel, the way you function. Like, I think it is so freaking interesting, and that's why I love learning about it. And I truly think that education plays the biggest role on my relationship with food. All right, the second component I want to talk about, pretty sure it just stems from my Italian family because I feel like this was drilled into me as a kid. I can like hear my grandfather saying it, and it is everything in moderation. If you're Italian, hopefully you can relate. We are foodies. Food is the center of absolutely everything. No matter where we are, what we're doing, what the occasion is, there is a plethora of food, like an overwhelming amount of food, but somehow it all gets eaten, and I can just hear my family saying, everything in moderation, and I freaking love it. It is so incredibly true. If you think about it, there is no one food that if you eat it, you're just automatically gonna be unhealthy or you're automatically gonna gain tons of weight. Like, no, that doesn't exist. Everything in moderation and you'll be just fine. It's basically a simple way of saying to have balance in your diet and don't consistently restrict yourself or consistently overindulge, and pay attention to those serving sizes. Just enjoy the foods you love in moderation and you'll be good to go. The third component as to why I have such an incredible relationship with food definitely comes down to my love for experimenting with nutrition. I kind of touched on it earlier. I obviously love learning about nutrition, but I also love experimenting with my own diet and my own nutrition, trying new foods, trying different diets, trying different eating habits, sticking with them long enough to see how my body responds to them. And I completely understand that the body is so incredibly intelligent. And when I change certain stimulus, the body is going to elicit some type of response, some type of feedback, and I learn from that feedback. I also totally understand that everyone is so completely different. We are all so unique. We have different bodies, different metabolisms, different lifestyles. So I understand that the perfect diet for me isn't gonna be the perfect diet for you. And I don't fear foods at all. I see them as this fun, exciting, experimental type thing that I can learn from, utilize, and be better from. Like, I love seeing how carbs impact me before getting into a hard workout. Like, I truly think it is so incredibly fascinating, and this kind of links right back to the whole education aspect. The more you know, the better. The more educated you are on nutrition, the more purposeful and mindful you're gonna be while eating. So for example, I know that fast digesting carbs are great pre-workout. Hence why I have a bagel every single morning. Like, I feel so fueled and energized for my workout. And you may look at my bagel and be like, that's not a healthy breakfast at all. But through trying different foods for breakfast, a bagel has been the best pre-workout breakfast option that I have found the most success with. Like, it just makes me feel incredible. It makes me feel like I could go run a marathon, and it's just my favorite pre-workout that I have ever tried. And I've tried a ton of different breakfast foods, a ton of different foods for right before my workout, but a bagel is my favorite. So this is your lesson to experiment on yourself and learn what works for you, because we are all so incredibly different. The fourth and final component that plays a huge role in my healthy relationship with food is a short, sweet, to the point one, and it is having a balanced mindset. This can be applied to literally anything in your entire life. For the sake of this video, we are talking about having a balanced mindset when it comes to the foods you are eating, rather than an all or nothing mindset, which can be super detrimental to that relationship. So I have a very balanced mindset. I think about the 80-20 rule, everything in moderation. So if you're not familiar, the 80-20 rule is 80% of the foods you eat are healthy, nutritious, support your goals. 20% are kind of like your fun foods. Maybe it's social eating, social drinking, just foods that you genuinely enjoy and want to eat, but you know they might not be the healthiest, but it's perfectly fine because we have that balance in there. So that is probably the main thing I think about when I think about my diet. It's probably what a lot of you think about when you watch my full days of eating. Like, very balanced. I'm not restrictive. I'm not overindulging. Like, it really comes down to just having balance within my diet, and it gives me a whole lot of freedom. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I know it was pretty short, and I know it probably wasn't what a lot of you were hoping for. It wasn't really a how-to. There weren't any real tips, but there was definitely a lot of information you can learn from or try to apply to your own lifestyle, your own diet, and your own mindset to help you have a healthier, stronger relationship with food. Once again, I am not a registered dietitian. I am speaking from my own experiences, and a lot of people have been asking me about this, so I wanted to sit down and make this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned from it, and if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you all next time. Bye.